Hi there, folks. I'd really like to spend just a minute or two talking about the culture of learning in graduate school and at S.I.T. This has come up to me because as I read your reflections, I hear a desire to be perfect, a desire to master things. That's, I think, going to get in your way of the learning. So let me tell you what I think. This is all my perspective and my experience. My perspective and my experience from 30 years teaching at the graduate level in 4 or 5 different institutions. So not everybody would necessarily agree with this. My sense, though, is you're in transition from undergraduate to graduate learning. In an undergraduate learning, there was always the quest to find the right answer. Anybody familiar with Niels Bohr, who said, "You can tell a small truth from a big truth. The opposite of a small truth is a falsehood. The opposite of a big truth is another big truth." We're not looking for the right answer here. We're talking about major philosophical, conceptual, perspective-laden ideas. In undergraduate, you're worried about grades. S.I.T. has historically been a pass-fail institution and only instituted the grade option recently. So I come from the perspective of that pass-fail is maybe in some ways healthier. You're worried about tests. We don't have tests here. We have very few of them. You're worried about mastery. The topics we're talking about are not about mastering them. They're about understanding, getting some of the nuances, playing with them. So you don't have to master those theories that we throw at you, but you do need to think about how they might apply to your day-to-day work. Graduate school, in opposition to undergraduate expectations, to me is about having a respectful dialogue. That's what happens in a graduate school class. And that dialogue is based on deep probing, deep listening, deep reflecting, deep sharing, and deep risk-taking. That's how we have a conversation. So you'll see that my feedback is more often questions. Questions to help you probe further. Have you thought about this? What about that? I wonder what would happen if you thought about X. Qualitative assessment is at the heart of what we try to do. And assessment, again, is that respectful dialogue. Even our rubrics are qualitative. I will note the one exception that you all have faced, and that is grammar and APA citations. There are right ways to do these things, and so we do ask you to follow those. But those are, in some sense, trivial, although poor grammar can get in the way of understanding. So it's trivial, but important for understanding. So grammar, APA, we'll keep coming back to you at. Please feel free to engage in the dialogue, and don't worry about mastery. Worry about having an educated conversation. Thanks very much.